Question for you. How did you get rich?
Sorry?
How did you get rich? Sir, how did you get rich? How did you get rich?
Don't bother them. Don't bother.
Excuse me, sir. How did you become wealthy? Question for you. How did you get rich? What were you saying?
Not so easy, too.
Hey, it's not that easy, but we don't stop until we get them this.
Determination, I like it.
Absolutely, man. Nice to meet you, man.
I watch you all the time.
Do you actually?
Absolutely.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Interviewing all the wealthy people and getting connections and all the rest of it.
Hey, we're going to find some billionaires right now.
They're here.
They're
but
here.
They're very low key.
They're very lucky, yes, sir. I appreciate that, my man.
You're
Thank
very
you.
welcome. Take
Thank
care.
you so appreciate it. All right, you guys. So look, it doesn't matter what part of London we go to right now, man. Look at his rejection after rejection out here, guys. Look, it's not like some of the places in the States, like Texas or Florida, where everybody's down to talk to you, man. These people are private. They're secretive. They're going from meeting to meeting. They're gatekeeping out here. But look, I didn't fly all the way across the world to London for nothing, you guys. So I'm not going to stop until I get these millionaires and billionaires to give us the game for you and the younger generation. Let's go see what they have to say. Excuse me, sir. Sir. I have a question for you. How did you get rich, sir? Sir, I grew a channel to 20 million followers in the United States. I asked people for advice to help the younger generation. Do you have one piece of advice for the younger generation to help them be successful in today's world?
Am I being filmed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. My one piece of advice is this. You don't get rich by working for someone else. You don't get rich by being paid a salary. You don't get rich by starting your own business. You slave your guts out night and day meeting cash flow crises. You get rich by selling your business. So my advice to someone who wants to get rich, start a business. Build it up for a couple of years and then sell it.
What type of company did you sell? Real quick, sir. Real quick, sir. So I've interviewed John Caldwell. I've interviewed, let me show you my channel. I've done stuff with like Tom Cruise.
Are you happy with what I said?
It was a great answer, but sir, I promise you, it's not enough for a clip. You mentioned selling a business. What's the number one thing that entrepreneurs get wrong about the exit?
First of all, when you start a business, you should work out at the very beginning who's going to buy it in 4 years' time.
How do you identify the buyers?
Because you're in a business, you're starting up a company, doing something. It might be advertising, it might be public relations. You can work out which of the big firms might want to buy your successful little company in a few years' time. Identify them at the outset, and then everything you do is geared towards making that sale in the end. Now, what's this for?
What was the main company that you had sold, sir?
I'm not telling you.
Can I show you what it's for, sir, at least? Before you go in there, I at least want to show you the channel. Do you know Tom Cruise?
Yes.
So this is me and him. Let me ask you, sir, what was the best advice that you ever received throughout your career? If there's one lesson...
No more.
For one more.
I'm a huge fan of your channel.
Have you seen it before?
I've seen it before.
Oh, okay. Sir,
You're
one more.
not going to get more.
What's that?
You're not going to get more out of it.
What did he do, though?
He founded the Adam Smith Institute.
Okay.
The interview yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Would you like to come and join us for a glass of champagne?
Yeah, well, we'll come in there for a second. Yeah.
Some champagne, eh?
How you doing, sir? Nice to see you. Good to see you.
I now know who you are.
Yeah.
I looked you up.
You saw it? Nice. Ready to go?
Yes, indeed.
What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
More than one, less than 10.
Is it better to be a business owner or an investor in today's world?
Oh, it's better to be a businessman.
Why?
Investors, you take your chances. As a businessman, you're dependent on your own abilities, your own skills, your own expertise.
But do you think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
No, I don't think everybody is, but nature has a way of sorting out the ones that are from the ones that aren't. And if you discover that it's not for you, then you can always try something else.
How old are you today?
I'm in my 86th year.
You're 86 years old?
I will be this year, yes.
That's incredible, man. If you were to go back and talk to your 20-year-old self and give yourself one piece of advice, what would that be?
It would be, you won't believe what you're about to do in your lifetime.
Wow. So you ended up doing some amazing things.
I would have told my 20-year-old, get ready for a roller coaster ride.
Do you have any regrets?
Oh, everyone has regrets, of course. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention.
Hey, that's a Frank Sinatra right there.
Yeah.
Now, yesterday you told me that the way to get rich in today's world is to sell a company. Did you ever sell a company?
Yes, you can assume that.
What do people need to understand when they want to build a company to sell it? Most business owners' dream is to sell their company, but a lot of people will never exit a business. What can you tell people about selling a company? How do you make that happen?
I'll give you an example that for some people is the path to success. Join a firm, learn the trade for a couple of years, and then with a colleague or two, set up your own version using the skills you've acquired and gradually build it up over a few years. I mean 2 or 3 years. Acquire yourself a client base, build it up so you've got a turnover of $500,000, $1 million, and then you sell it for a multiple of that. When you sell the business, you become rich.
You're 86 today. If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
If I had one more message for the younger generation, I'd say it isn't what fortune throws your way, it's how you react to whatever comes your way. It's not the luck, it's how you respond to whatever luck happens. My motto, and I think it's the motto of every one of the people we've been talking about. In Latin, quod tango muto. In English, it means that which I touch, I change. And if you can change the lives of other people for the better, then you've achieved something worth remembering.
You have amazing advice, sir. Thank you for your time, sir. I really appreciate that. Guys, so look, I cannot make this up, man. We go in there and he says, look, I looked you guys up on the channel, and he comes out to drop some game for you guys, man. Let's get this next interview right now. London is going crazy, you guys. Come on. Excuse me, sir. Sir. Question for you.
Huh?
I have a question for you.
Sure.
How did you become wealthy?
How did I become wealthy?
Yes, sir.
Banking.
And baking.
Investment banking.
Where are you from?
Originally from Nigeria, but I grew up here. I
London?
I went to school in England.
Did you ever own a company at any point in time, or you just work in the business world?
I own my own company now.
You own your own company?
Yeah.
What type of business is it?
Fund business.
Actually?
Yeah,
So
like a hedge fund.
You own a hedge fund?
Yeah, that's why I can dress like this on a weekday.
So what was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
I think 30 million.
$30 million?
Yes.
Did you come from a rich family?
Relatively.
Relatively rich.
Yeah, not rich, but my father's a doctor, so middle class.
But you chose not to be a spoiled rich kid.
Yeah,
You
of
you got after
work
it
hard for
yourself.
it. Yeah, you work hard for it.
Why didn't you want to be a doctor like your dad?
Two of my brothers ended up being in medicine.
So you're kind of the black sheep of the family. there.
Totally, but we all have different parts in life.
Take me back to the most life-changing conversation you've ever had. What's the greatest piece of advice that you received throughout your career?
Wow. When someone says no to you, what they mean is try harder.
I love that. I was like to say that no does not mean no. It just means not yet.
Exactly. It just means try harder. I've been to job interviews where, when I was younger, that someone rejected me. Then the person that's sitting at the desk next to him hired me. Never take no for an answer.
What's more important in the business world today? What you know or who you know?
I think what you know now.
What you know.
Yeah, but in the past it was who you know.
Why?
I'd say, well, because if you think about it, the governor of the Bank of England was complaining that his daughter doesn't have a job. That wouldn't happen 20 years ago because nepotism, that person would have got a job.
So what is the lesson about money that banks don't want people to know?
The bank multiplier. Every pound you deposit in the bank lends it 9 times.
Hey, they don't teach that in school.
They don't teach you that in school. Yeah.
Did you ever leverage money?
Of course. Yeah, that's the only way to make money. You have to leverage. And I did an MBA. No one told me that the power of wealth is about leverage. All these properties you see here, someone's leveraging. Everything you see around here, even this car, is leveraged.
Are you married?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Married with two great kids.
For how long have you been married?
Oh, I've been with my wife 30-something years.
How long have you been faithful?
30-something years.
Always.
Yeah.
And your kids, how old are they today?
Oh, they're 21 and 18.
How old are you?
I'm old. I'm older than I look.
Older than 50?
Yes.
60?
No, just I'm around 58.
So if me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
The US has only been around for 300 years, and look at what they've achieved. When the Queen died, the Queen had been alive for a third of the existence of the US. So get out there. The world is big. Compounding helps you. Whatever investment you make now, your children are never, ever going to say you made a bad investment. So don't sit there worrying about whether you pay 10% more or not. Get in, and I think in 20, 30 years' time, you're never going to regret it.
Can I tell you something, sir?
Sure.
You have incredible advice.
Well, we try.
Thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate that. Guys, I can't make that up. Look, I saw my guy across the street, and I just had a feeling, man, that he had some sneaky wealth. $30 million in a single year, man, in the money business, in finance, and he just gave us the blueprint right there. The richest people in the world, man, they leverage money. He said, look at the car, look at the house, look at the restaurant, everything out here, man. Crazy game, crazy good interview. Let's go get this next one out here in London, you guys. Come on. Excuse me, sir. How did you get rich?
How did I get rich? I made my first million at 23.
What line of business are you in, man?
So now I'm in health tech. I'm a founder of a health tech company.
So what was the most amount of money that you made in a single year?
I brought the company up to 150 million, and we're scaling that.
$150 million?
Yeah, we're scaling that consistently.
Can I interview for a minute? I go all over the world interviewing billionaires to help the younger generation. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
What was the lowest point in your life?
The lowest point in my life was losing 55 million overnight, and I was shell-shocked.
You said overnight?
Literally overnight, the recession happened. The banks foreclosed on all of our facilities. We had 3 massive developments. They just withdrew all of that, and that was good.
Serious?
Yeah, and that was good because I was getting arrogant. I'd had win after win after win. I was quite young, and I thought I was a god. I thought I was invincible, and my character was altering. And the lesson I learned from that was the universe, if you don't contribute, the universe will take it away from you because you need to give back. So though I helped my family, I wasn't really conscious of the larger population. I wasn't really kind of helping and being of value to the universe. So the universe was like, I'm gonna put you back to where you started, and you're gonna have to prove that you're deserving.
How old are you today?
I'm 51 today. Yeah.
You're in incredible shape. How important was your physical fitness for your financial success? Is there a correlation there?
So here's the thing. Subconsciously, people might not like to hear this, but when you sit there, it commands an element of respect. I was very young when I made my first millions, and I had the chairman of Bank of Scotland, etc. And they kind of stepped backward from their position and let me put across what I needed to. And there was an element of respect, And when you walk into a place, people will notice you. They'll want to speak to you. It's just a fact.
You're a part of the top 1% of the top 1%. What is the secret that the wealthiest people know that 99% of people do not know?
Everyone knows the formula, but they can't execute it. You have to be continually focused.
Ideas are cheap.
Everyone can, some people I know have fantastic ideas, and they're much more capable than me. They're much more naturally gifted, but they won't put the work in.
You take action.
I take action, and I have the stomach for the sacrifice.
Did you go to university?
Yeah, I read law at university. People don't believe that, but I read law, yeah.
Give me a lesson about business right here, not time school. How did you scale a $100 million company?
So the secret, the thing they don't really educate you on, they don't really announce, they probably keep it to one side, and I didn't know this until I started health tech, is annual recurring revenue. So if I'm selling this bag, I've got to sell that, and I might sell 10,000 this week, but next week I might sell...
You go out and find the deal.
Yeah, but when you're having something that has a subscription base, that money is compounded all the time. You're making that money, you've got 5,000 subscribers, you're bringing X amount of income, you leverage AI, you leverage marketing, you increase that money's coming in whilst you sleep.
Every month.
Every month, and it's compounding. And also, key to that is that institutions will look at that and they will multiply that by 10 or 20, and that's how they value your company. So you can get a very high valuation based on a much smaller revenue.
They say that the double R in the Rolls Royce stands for recurring revenue.
Exactly.
51 years old today.
51, yeah.
If me and you died tomorrow and you had one more message to leave with the younger generation, what would that be?
Go for it. Stop stalling, stop waiting, stop self-doubting. People less competent, less creative, less talented than you have made it. Stop hesitating. Just go for it. Jump today.
You have incredible advice.